the EEPROM 9. It is currently Bombfire night, a great English tradition, where Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Sadly, he failed and he was caught before he could set off the fireworks. Reminiscing to the pun. Ah yes, the one time of year you get to play it with explosives, and I'm here working out how subnet masks work to IP addresses, and vice versa depending on them in binary net. Which is certainly it's way down on the scale of entertainment compared to fireworks. The one time of year you get to play with explosives, things that go I mean, how much fun is that? You know what, I'm going to have to bring some old caps up here and stick on the 60-volt line. Make our own fireworks. Out the back where there's no CCTV cameras. And that'd be fun. Ah, yes. Every electronics enthusiast likes blowing up capacitors. We did it in college. Just like stick them in one of those plastic CD containers. You could just watch them go. Surely they're all the vended kinds, so you either get them burst out into smoke or just basically pop and fizz. Some of you got some nice loud pops on, but there's never more than popping and then the shit inside fizzing out. And then you kind of put it next to the window to let the smoke drain away out there, because you really don't want to breathe that shit in. At the moment we have a PowerPoint, internet and researchy crap and all the usual sort of boring shit. We also have my knife and plate from where I had cheese and crackers, like Wallace and Gromit do on regular occasions. And of course, we have to do crappy logbooks which have to be written out by hand using such rudimentary equipment. That's what this is for! It takes so fucking long! Oh well, such is life. Yeah. Not everything about uni is glamorous, it is hard work. It does have its good points, although weekends do get rather boring, and that's what it is. I want to get some fireworks and blow shit up, but stupid health and safety rules ban them from being brought on premises. Bloody fucking health and safety, I hate it, it ruins so much fun! And there's also like drinky thingy going on in the kitchen. Speaking of drinky thingy, I'm looking at my pins clock. One thing I've noticed, I haven't done any game stuff for a while. It's not as I've run out of materials because I can't be asked. But on the upside, I do have something interesting to show. And we have plenty of time to show it. Donated keyboard, it's a bit grotty, it could probably do have been dismantled and go to a dishwasher. I don't think I've ever shown this computer. This is one that was in the scrap pile of the accommodation. It's basically a greenhouse which all the electronic and metal scrap is thrown into. Now, when it was salvaged, it has a trashed VGA port, which means we need a VGA card. But also, the caps have blown on the motherboard in it. So, when I had finished all my work on the week off that the uni likes to call virtual week, I like to call it, well, week you don't have time to dot in. Well, I managed to do all my work and get a few days off, which was nice. To which I spent doing things like this. So if we get it out, the motherboard is no longer on the wall. If you look right in there, you might be able to see the two caps I've soldered on, and there's one just under the heatsink. They are Plessey, same company as made the Geiger counter, so made in England, so they will last forever. And the thing now beeps when you power to it, which is a good sign. You can also see that it is looking nice and new because I actually washed this up physically in sync. This and now beeps. Now I just need to track down a graphics card. I'm hoping I'll have one at home, but the trouble is Mum seems to like having habits of excuses to throw stuff away. So I had loads of computer hardware and now I struggle to find desktop hardware. Thanks, Mum. Whether she'll watch that, God only knows. But yeah, that pisses me off. If it's my stuff, don't put your finger even a centimetre on it unless you know what it is. If you don't, leave it alone, because you don't know when it could come in handy. Hate it when my stuff is interfered with. Pisses me off. This also goes to another fact, I must say. The person who owned this, because we in uni mate decided to have a look at it on the hard drive in the hope of finding pornography that we could then have for ourselves, discovered this machine was very virus enhanced, and the user who used it before was very much computer illiterate because there was no form of antivirus on it, and well, they had, well, this gives you an idea of how computer illiterate they were and oblivious to data theft. They had a text notepad document called PayPal, and it had all their PayPal documents in there. In fact, it's still on the hard drive because I haven't done anything with this machine really. It's not that I haven't had time, it's just that I don't have the parts on me. Plus of all, the VGA cable in the back tells a story. So their machine was sluggish, slow, unreliable. But then the motherboard caps blew up because there were cheap crap ones. They couldn't figure out how to get the VGA thing out for the monitor. So what did they do? They just yanked it off, and pretty much explains why the back panel faceplate thing isn't on. And it also ran on Windows Vista. And well, if you know me, you know I hate Vista with a passion. It is absolute shit. And it also has an Intel Celeron, so essentially a broken Pentium 4 in it. That's what Celerons are. Pentiums are just old designs now. So yeah, this machine is currently being slowly rebuilt as and when parts and time permits. I am trying to think of uses for it. It could be a CCTV computer, because I wanted to set up a CCTV system in my room for ages. I've just set it up here instead of at home. Something like that. I'm not going to use it for any processor intensive tasks. It could even make a rudimentary backup machine or something. It's something like that. It's got SATA on the boards, IDE, 512 megabyte of RAM, so really only capable of running XP just about. Okay. Anything more? No. So yeah, that's the plans for the machine. Get it up and running and then decide what to use it for and what to build it to configure against. I would quite like a CCTV computer. I've got a Linux one, which is laptop donated by the neighbour, and my parents hate me saving neighbours' equipment. Well, you know what? Tough shit. I'm 20 years old, which makes me an adult, and quite responsible to do my own thing. if I want to gain computers from wherever, I will gain computers from wherever. One can shout at me and throw away everything I have, I'll just recollect more. It's as simple as that. And in vengeance, I will recollect the biggest, heaviest, bulkiest stuff and put it in the most inconvenient places. Because I'm like that. Yeah, pissing me off is never a very good idea. I have my ways of having revenge. Yeah, 23 seconds, we start concluding this. Pop this back under the desk. And wait till the time I actually go home so I can rummage through my junk pile and source a graphics card. Or find one dirt cheap on eBay or whatever. Because that's what I do. Thanks for watching. And I do hope you enjoyed that rather awesome Bombfire night ram.